If you want to become a global leader, you need to have a global product.
And you have the idea.
Thumoslang.
Thumoslang. Thumoslang. Really rolling off the tongue. Thumoslang. All this starts with a conversation and walk through a graveyard once in a while.
Because there is an important grave here. It's a coincidence, but now that you brought it up, we need to go there. And I show you one of the most important graves.
Here, really?
For humanity.
Oh.
Yes.
That's a big thing to say.
Yes. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, while we're looking for it, while I'm looking for it, ask me a question because this journey has just begun for you.
Yeah, truly.
So, ask question.
So if respect is one piece of Thumoslang and relationships is another, what's the third?
Leadership.
All right, I got three.
That means leadership. That means
being able to make decisions.
No. Ahead of history.
Ahead of history, but not too far ahead.
Exactly.
Where you are not part of it.
Exactly.
Leadership. Leadership
Thumoslang is ahead of history.
is ahead of history. True.
The question is, can we make it part of?
Oh my God. You just need a leader to do that. Oh my God.
Can you make it part of human history? That's the question. If you cannot, you cannot demonstrate that you're a global leader.
Nope, and your ideal will be the bike riders. Just way ahead.
How do you feel about my proposal for your path?
I like it.
Why do you like it?
I can improve a lot of people's lives, including my own.
Yes, sir.
Figure that's the best kind of thing to like. Got relationships, respect, and leadership. So what makes this such an important grave?
He was a teacher, a statesman, and he's buried with his wife at the same place. And there's a huge monument erected nearby.
You said statesman?
A statesman.
Yeah.
Congressman, or I'm not sure, I don't remember the details.
Yep.
But what I remember is a quote that he stated. And this applies to this prospective global leader. This quote applies to you very well.
What a lovely tree.
Yeah.
Almost as if 6 trees grew into one.
Yes.
Wow.
I think I found it.
Nice.
Right here. That's him and his wife. That's the last name. Yeah, that's the name. Horace Mann. Are you ready for the quote? Be ashamed of yourself if you cannot win some history for humanity.
And I cannot win some history for humanity. That wouldn't make me very much of a leader if I didn't do that, huh?
Last question. Carl Sagan's gone. Stephen Hawking's gone.
Yeah.
Did you ever think, when you were a little black kid watching Carl Sagan, that at some point the most beloved scientist in America, maybe in the world, would be an African American man?
No, and I'm still a little bit freaked out. I don't view it as a personal achievement. I view it as evidence that people have everybody's got a little bit of geek in them. And I'm there tickling it for them, and I'm stimulating it, and it rises up, and they want more. And so my hope for the future is that this bit of stimulation gets people to want to care about what is objectively true, care about science, care about technology, care about the future of our country and the future of civilization itself. And if I'm a catalyst for that, that's great. I don't even have to be remembered for any of it. You know what I want on my tombstone? A quote from Horace Mann.
Wow. Neil deGrasse Tyson said that.
I didn't have to be remembered for any of it. You know what I want on my tombstone? A quote from Horace Mann. Be ashamed to die until you have scored some victory for humanity. Be ashamed to die until you have scored some victory for humanity.
Yeah, beautiful. Listen, Neil deGrasse Tyson, give his brother a round of applause. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Everybody.
Talk about powerful. If Neil deGrasse saying that in such humbling words and manner, now that man's a leader by design. Be ashamed to die unless I have scored a victory for humanity. And it's not like he says he has scored anything for humanity. He just wants to be the catalyst for it. He wants to be the change and the reason. And that's amazing. I mean, he definitely does that every single day. But I imagine in order to be able to do that consistently every day, you just got to keep believing that you have yet to still do it. Now, he's always been one of my role models, for sure. I mean, an astrophysicist is pioneering. That's a pretty cool thing.
Yes.
And go figure, for him to say that about this gentleman that is right across the street over here.
Across the street.
Yeah, literally. He's got his own spot. No, this location, I have no idea. I can't even say I have an idea. A sliver of.
This very location has a big connection to your...
Future.
No, to this guy. You consider him to be your role model?
One of.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Across the street is your connection to him.
That's a connection to him. That's the kind of guy we want on our team. That's the kind of guy we need to reach out to.
Feedback of this video. How it's plugged into the end of that portion of the walk in the park.
The walk in park really centered around what I want to be. And my answer is a leader. And when I first heard that quote by Mann, I didn't take it with a grain of salt. Of course, I tried to pull in the idea. What a victory is for humanity. And hearing him repeat that, echo it, with such calm and humble vocabulary and tones, it's just, he's a leader, you know? And yet, he doesn't claim to be. He doesn't say he's going to be. Maybe that's not his position in life. His position is to inspire the leader. It's going to take a lot to live up to this man before I can even live up to who he's quoting. That is so powerful. Because he affects millions of people globally.
And the guy across the street affected him with only one quote.
Just one guy, right? One quote.
If you came up with the right quote, you can change lives without doing anything else.
So much so he wants it on his tombstone. Like, that is so strong. What do you want people to look at you as, to remember you as? And I believe he wants that quote on there to exemplify who he was his whole life.
I don't think he thinks like that.
No, really.
And I don't think he thinks about him so much. He just wants to remind people of that quote.
From beyond the grave.
He wants to be the messenger of that message. And even at death, he wants to continue spreading that message.
Transcending even time itself. Neil deGrasse Tyson. I love this story. Very humbling. I don't want to say rags to riches, but rags to education kind of guy. He's got a good relationship with himself. I wonder what do you think about Thumoslang?
Okay, so let's stop this right now and start a new conversation based on what you've just said. We need to find out what global leaders think of Thumoslang.
Yeah.
And we need to ask for that financial support. And that is priority number one, your job. That's what Thumoslang's leader does.
Communicate with other leaders.
Exactly. How
Mhm.
do you feel about that proposal?
I feel like not only does it make sense, but it's exciting.